Shalom. I like to say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Makal Kodesh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, or the true leaders of Israel today, and salutations to my Akim who do this work in truth and sincerity, who are risking their lives and their freedoms to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds or Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai, and the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as were the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. This is your brother Yakale from the GMS Jamaica Kingston camp, and this video is about the Icbm missiles, which are prophesied in the scriptures. Alright, and the Icbm missiles will be used by Yahweh Shemin Shai to destroy America, which is Mystery Babylon the Great. And of course, these missiles have to be shot from somewhere. And one of those places will be Russia. Okay, Russia and Russia's allies, and also America's own allies, will shoot missiles at her to destroy her. All right, and this all will happen at the climax of World War III. But before World War III takes place, the War of Armageddon, spoken about in Revelation chapter 16, the mark of the beast prophecy, which is the microchip, has to be fulfilled. Okay, so from the U.S. Sun, nuke showdown, Russia threatens to wipe out the entire U.S. with just 4 Satan II missiles in chilling warning over Ukraine. All right, so I don't need to go into the article or anything like that. Just bringing this out, you know, using this as the thing, you know, to prophesy about. Okay, overall, let's get some scriptures. These Icbm missiles, this technology was given onto these Edomites, or these so-called white people who rule this wicked kingdom, for a reason. All right. This is Isaiah chapter 54 and verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. All right, so the waster to destroy, of course, are these Icbm missiles. All right, they were created to destroy America. Okay, now I mentioned a few things such as America being destroyed by thermonuclear fire. Okay, I want to go to, well, there's so many precepts that are coming to my mind actually. So many, but let's just get them, you know. Let's get them. In regards to Russia, well, I mean, right here in Isaiah chapter 13, all right, where to even start? Can I just start at verse 1? The burden of Babylon, which is talking about America, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Lift thee up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice. Unto them shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. I have commanded my sanctified ones, I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord Yahweh of hosts mustered the hosts of battle. World War III. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord Yahweh, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. The weapons of his indignation are those Icbm missiles. Howl ye, for the day of the Lord Yahweh is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. They shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames from the thermonuclear fire, man. Okay? Behold, the day of the Lord Yahweh cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, America, Mystery Babylon the Great, also known as spiritually Sodom and Egypt. And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. The sinners, which means really 2/3 of all people, shall be destroyed and died. Zechariah chapter 13 and verse 8. And then of course the rest, the heathen, they all gonna be destroyed that are up in America, because they don't have no chance for salvation, period. Okay, for the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. Okay? There's a part that talks about Russia, I believe, verse 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees referring to the Edomites, excellency shall be as when Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Thermonuclear destruction, man. Okay? So those points got hit. I mentioned that America's own allies will turn and destroy her. This is Revelation chapter 17, verse 16. And the 10 horns, which is the European Union, which thou sawest upon the beast, which is NATO, these shall hate the whore, which is America, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. So something's going to transpire between America and her allies, where they too will turn against her and shoot Icbm missiles at her. Okay? We're in these last days, man. It is so clear to see, and what we're seeing is Yahweh Shemishai putting the spirit on the Russians, on the Iranians, which is a part of biblical prophecy as well. Ezekiel chapter 38, all right, the Persians, all right, in 2nd Ezra chapter 15, I believe, it talks about the Carmanians going forth with raging wrath, okay? And of course, the rest of the allies that are included in this, you know, the spirit is being put upon all of these nations, etc., to bring forth ultimately prophecy. This is 2nd Ezra's. Let's see if it's over here, chapter 15. Yeah, this is the one that I want to bring out. Chapter 15, verse. Let's start at verse 40. All right. The great and mighty cloud shall be puffed up full of wrath, and the star, which is talking about the missiles, that they may make all the earth afraid and them that dwell therein, and they shall pour out over every high and eminent place and horrible star, the missiles, because I mean, you can literally Google it, look it up on YouTube, but you see when those missiles are shot from wherever and then they're heading to the place and they've arrived to the location and they're then descending, it looks like a star. You know, you see that like that bright, you know, light. Okay? Fire and hail and flying swords and many waters, that all fields may be full and all rivers with the abundance of great waters. And they shall break down the cities and walls, mountains and hills, trees of the wood and grass of the meadows and their corn. It's going to be completely annihilated, America. Okay, and they shall go steadfastly unto Babylon, which is America, and make her afraid. They shall come to her and besiege her. The star and all wrath shall they pour out upon her. Then shall the dust and smoke go up unto the heaven, and all they that be about her shall bewail her. Revelation chapter 18. Okay, it talks about that, how, you know, even though the nations will take part in her destruction, they will still wail because of all the things that America was able to provide for them. But they'll be wailing. But guess what? When all of this happens, the elect of the nation of Israel are going to be delivered, right? And once whatever happens in the heavens, and we return, Lord willing, I'm a part of that number, to the earth, we're going to be putting all you heathen straight up into slavery, man. Okay? Straight up. All you heathen going into slavery anyway. Okay? In Isaiah chapter 13, because I mentioned that it's going to be completely desolate. And here we go. I read verse 19, verse 20, Isaiah 13, verse 20. It shall never be inhabited, America. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation, neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. And the wild beasts of the island shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces, and her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. A miracle. The clock is ticking. The time of judgment is at hand. Okay? And it's very clear to see. So that I like to say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Shem Yeshai, Shem Kodesh, wa Abad Babal Shalom.